So we are on the air, I believe. We're testing it. See. So for those who are watching this later, this is a promo for tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show is MUSiPOLiTiX Juneteenth with one of our most respected civil rights icons from this area, Mr. Joe McClain, who is to my left on the screen, at least. There he is right there. So tomorrow, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of talking. Michael's not going to be doing a whole lot of talking. It's mostly going to be Joe telling stories from... How far back do the stories go, Joe? The 30s?
The 30s? I was born on the 27th. So we can start, around the 30s.
Yeah, so we'll have stories that'll go all the way back from the 1930s until the present. And there won't be much need for me to talk at all tomorrow. I'm still getting used to this echo because if I have the headphones in, then I hear my own voice on an echo. And if I take them off, I can't hear Maya. Maya's hanging out for the promo tonight. What's up, Maya?
Hi. Hello.
Why don't y'all chat it up for a minute? I just want to get Joe used to what it's like to stream and talking to people that aren't in the room with him. So why don't y'all just chat it up for a minute? That'll make a good promo.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know that there are going to be amazing stories shared tomorrow. I've actually been working on a Juneteenth program at work. I'm coordinating all that. That has been my fun for the last few days. So any type of historical context, I think, especially because a lot of people don't even know what Juneteenth really is about or what it is a celebration of. So being able to have that context and the historical context, I think, will be really important beyond the fact that, I'm sure you have a lot of wisdom to give us wanderers.
Tell me something. Our Juneteenth is going to be at the park down. Where's it going to be located this year?
She's not in Madison, Joe. She's in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, my God. You got me talking. Well, people around here, and I'm not sorry to say, but people around here celebrate Juneteenth pretty big. And I was thinking you were here in town. You way out and wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's at Madison's Juneteenth is at Penn Park on the 19th. And I'll be there at least for part of it. I'm going to be working it a little bit at least, as much as I can. But yeah, we do Juneteenth big around here. And part of the reason why we scheduled this with this particular guest is because I'm pretty sure that I learned what Juneteenth was from Joe when I was a kid.
Okay. So, man, this is very amazing. You young people with all of this here technology that it's, oh my God, Texas, Madison, and you two work together all the time.
Mm-hmm. And then Michael's in Minneapolis.
And he's in Minneapolis?
Yep. See, maybe you should get a computer after all, Joe. I said maybe you should get a computer after all.
I got a computer.
You don't use it.
I know.
You have never used it.
I know. A matter of fact, I got a laptop. I ain't been used but a couple of times, and I got a rather, one of the bigger ones, right, sitting right there, and and that's the one that Carol used.
Yeah, Carol used the computer.
Yeah.
But tell me what you said when I asked you if why you never used a computer.
What?
You don't remember what you said?
No.
You said you had secretaries for that. What do you need to learn a computer for?
Well, I remember when at work, they put a computer in my office. And I sat there and I looked at it for 3 months, didn't touch it. And then because I thought I was going to mess up something because the mainframe was just a few offices away from me, and tell my administrative assistant to start using it. I still didn't use it. I'm not a computer person.
Well, this is made possible by computers.
I'm amazed. I'm really I am really amazed of what you young people do with computers and this little here.
Oh, the smartphones.
The little smartphone that makes me feel dumb. Okay.
But that's funny because for all you claiming that you don't know how to use any of it, you sure picked up my smartphone and found videos very quickly.
Oh, okay.
You remember that?
Yeah. All right.
Maya, what else do you have going on besides planning for is it your company's Juneteenth?
Yeah. Too much. You know me. I don't know how to not relax. So, what else do I have going on? I have, regular Monday moments. Actually going to be sharing some information about a new project that I am working on in conjunction with HBCUs, and learning more about the esports industry, which right now is a $150 billion emerging industry, and doing some work to help bring more Black and brown people into the industry and learn about the business of gaming and esports. So I have some of that coming up. And yeah, that's keeping me busy.
One question. What part of Texas? You're in Texas, right?
I am.
What part? Dallas. Okay. I have friends in Texas.
I'm sure you do.
Is your family originally from the South?
My family is from Belzoni, Mississippi. My great-grandmother, which I knew, who was a slave, she was from Meridian, Mississippi. And that's the plantation. She lived in a plantation down there. But one thing about her, after she got out of slavery, she made sure that her daughter got an education. So my grandmother was a teacher, and in Mississippi, if you're in the 8th grade, you can teach school. Mm-hmm. And tell my grandmother and Mary Bethune. You know Mary Bethune? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a friend of my grandmother's. They started fighting that for continued education for teachers, and teachers began to have college degrees instead of 8th grade, 7th grade thing. So I come from that background, but I still ain't learned how to use computers.
Because you got people for that.
Tell me about it.
Okay. He just calls me.
I got 2 Dans I can have come set up my computer, but I ain't good at that.
That's true, Joe. Anytime you want to set up your computer.
No, I'd wait till Carol come home. I don't know. tell you the truth, I was playing poker on mine. I decided people were hacking so much, I decided I better cut it loose.
You win any money online?
Yeah.
How much money do you win?
Oh, I haven't. Dan, I'm a winner and not a loser. Okay. And the only place I ever lose money was down in Milwaukee, Polywater. I mean, I don't even lose money in Vegas. So
Well, we'll have to hear about some of those stories tomorrow.
No.
Stick to the subject, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Start in trouble.
Oh, there's a lot of subjects, Maya. There's many things have happened over the past 95 years, and the only question is how we're going to narrow it down.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of interesting stuff before civil rights, and then there's a lot of interesting stuff since. And yeah, we'll see if we end on time.
Well, this all depends on where you want me to start.
I told you, Joe. Again, for anybody watching, this is tomorrow. But yeah, start at the beginning. I mean, let's get the whole autobiography while you're here. We can talk about
how I left the cotton field to get to here.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. And Maya, back me up on this. I feel like that makes all the stuff that he accomplished later in life all the more substantive, that there's quite a lot that came before it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just the fact that you mentioned you were working in an office and you had administrative assistants, but then you also mentioned that you worked in the cotton fields. I mean, just imagine the perspective of your great grandmother if she could see you do that and go from one thing to the next. Like that beyond itself is like one of those things that I don't think our, predecessors, our ancestors could even comprehend some of the things that we're able to accomplish, but that you have stories and can share them. I'm going to be there tomorrow.
You're going to be there tomorrow.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be listening. I want to hear it all.
Okay. All right.
I would be shocked if she missed it. I said, I'd be shocked if she missed it. Yeah. So one of the things that inspired me to do this, the first time that Nia met Joe, he had just gotten out of the hospital for something, and Joe's always been in the hospital for something or other, and it's never done anything. Like he's, everything tries, and he ends up invincible. But he just gotten out of the hospital for something or other, and I took Nia and Abby to meet him because I don't think either one had met him yet. And Joe was in a storytelling mood, but all the stories he told were after the original civil rights movement. Like he started there and told stories just from the 70s and 80s and 90s. And they were riveted just from that small faction, And we'll get into that tomorrow. All the stuff that you accomplished with the state of Wisconsin and all the things you accomplished with kids. And, there's a lot. We could take a cross section of any decade.
Just, what's your name now?
Maya.
Maya. I think what I'm going to start. I lived on the streets too. I was one of those people in and out of prison, the whole 9 yard. And just to tell you where I started to change my life around is I'm in prison. I had just come into prison and I had an 8-year sentence. And there was a guy called Red. And when I was working in the shoe shop. And in the process, he was crying when I walked in. And I asked Smart, hey, man, you did crime, why not do the time? You know what you know how you do things like that. He showed me a slip he had cut out of the paper where his son had went to a reform school for 5 years for stealing cars. And he said to me, even if I was out, I would not know, I could not say anything to my son because for the last 20 years I've been in and out of these prisons. And what could I say to him, you know, to direct him in the right direction? That hit the hell out of me because I had a 9-month-old son that had just come to prison. And I thought about it and thought about it. And I said, if I keep going like I'm going, I'll probably be in the same position that he's in. You know, what would I say to my son to give him some direction where to go? So that's what turned, I started going to school. And really, I ain't never told Dan this, but I spent 15 years in 15 months in solitary confinement just to study, you know. So my life began to change around. I had some falls, but not criminal falls. I never went into that criminal thing up there. So I don't know. So I don't know how I'm gonna put that in any kind of content that makes sense to me.
No, that makes total sense. That's very powerful. That's a powerful story. And to have that be the turning point, to not have it be your own experience, but to see, you know, what this other man is going through and to hear him and see how it broke him and to know that you didn't want that to be your experience. You didn't want that to be your son's experience. That's extremely powerful.
Oh, yeah. I was with my sons yesterday. No, day before. Saturday.
Yes, day before yesterday.
Saturday. It was my birthday. That was my 94th birthday.
49, 94, same thing, right? Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, you please.
What does 94 feel like?
Right now, I feel that I'm handicapped a little based on the fact that I'm out walking, getting around. There's things I want to do that I don't feel I'm capable of doing them anymore. 2 years ago, I was working in the school system here with kids who was barely hanging on in their thing. Example, this is the type of kid come into a group and I say, hey man, how you doing? What's going on? You know, oh, he says, things are rough. I said, why you say that? He said, well, my daddy just got out of jail and I don't know where my mommy is, you know, and that was a very hard thing for me to deal with, you know, to think about. And those are the type of kids I was dealing with, kids who were lost in the system but he turned out all right. So, and I feel that I'm with a group. I don't know if you ever heard of them, 100 Black Men. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm part of that, and they in every school in the in the district around here, you know. Even here where I'm at now, but in all the little towns around, and but I don't feel that I'm capable to deal with it anymore, and so I go to sit in some of the sessions sometimes, but that's about it.
Well, now you know that Dan has the capability to come over and turn his computer on for you. It would be the same thing as you being there if you want to go to the meeting, because everybody is having virtual meetings too. So if you want to go, I'm giving you permission to call Dan and tell Dan you need him to turn the computer on.
Okay. All right. But to tell you the truth, anything I need from Dan, he's right there. You know, he and I've been knowing him ever since he was about the 7th grade. When I ran a musical program called Arts or Prevention. That's where I met Dan. And Dan, you ever know about it? Really know about his musical talent?
I've heard rumors.
He's good. He is good. And so I met him. He became in the program, and it turned out to be one of the better musicians in there, in the program. So I've been, and he ain't went away yet. He been around.
So do we owe Dan's musical career to your guidance?
Not really.
Okay.
I think he probably got it from his mother, because Dan, I'm trying to figure out what was I looking for, a guitar player or a keyboard player, and Dan lied to me.
That's not true. Joe's been telling this story for about 30 years now, and it's not true.
He told me whatever it was.
So here's what actually happened. So some kids that I knew from school had a band, and I wanted to be a part of the band, and I played guitar, but they already had a guitar player. And so either one of them or Joe, because this band was a part of Arts and Prevention, which I didn't know at first, one of them said, well, can you play keyboard? And I said, I can try, because my mom was a piano teacher, so I knew the basics, but I never really played before. But just to be a part of the band, I said I was willing to try. So I would still jump on the guitar whenever they would let me, but whenever I couldn't play the guitar, I would jump on the keyboard. And Joe likes to characterize that as me deceiving him, but that's not what happened.
Well, I was happy about the whole situation. It didn't make no difference which way it went. He turned out to be a very good thing. And him and I used to fight.
That's not true either.
Yes, we did. Yeah, because well, we don't have to talk about that.
Good, because I don't even know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, I tried to get you to go to college.
Oh,
and
yeah.
God damn it, you decided that you didn't want to go there to learn the type of music that they were teaching. You wanted
I tried
to do
it.
the thing.
I tried it, and they weren't teaching me anything that was going to give me a career, and it was costing a whole lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
What I should have done is I should have gone to like Berkeley College, or like what's the big music school in California? Like one of the schools that's actually for touring and session musicians. Berkeley's the main one.
Mm.
Because there I would have actually learned, or even Columbia and Chicago, which I didn't know about at the time. But if I would have gone someplace like that, you know, I would have actually learned the kind of stuff that would be useful for the kind of music that I'm doing. But I had applied to the UW here in Wisconsin, and all they were teaching was either how to be a symphonic musician or how to be a music teacher, or they were teaching you like theory and composition, which is real useful, but you can't get a theory and composition job.
Oh.
But
Dan, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I have a theater degree. Anything is possible.
I didn't know that.
You have a theater degree?
I do.
So did my daughter.
See, now Joe's going to put you to work teaching theater to kids.
That's what she did. She's done. She got her own theater group in Chicago.
Not a corporate, maybe that's part B.
Mm-hmm. What do you do these days?
I work in corporate America, and I teach and help to manage diversity issues in corporate America.
And Oprah.
I'm sorry?
I didn't catch what you said the last.
She said corporate America.
I heard that.
Oh, diversity and inclusion and equity. So
you don't do that. You do that in corporate America?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She fights all the white people.
Mm-hmm.
I said she fights all the white people.
I used to do that too.
I know. We're gonna tell some of those stories tomorrow.
I can understand that.
The difference is you actually fought them.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is you would actually fight them if you had to.
Yeah.
Joe punched a couple people.
Mm-hmm.
You remember? I want to save this for tomorrow. But do you remember when we were watching the Clarence Avant documentary together, and you pointed out 2 famous politicians that you punched?
I pointed out 2
famous politicians that you got into blows with.
No.
You remember who I'm talking about?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I'm getting old and senile.
That's
so
not
I can't
true.
remember all this
That's
stuff.
very clearly not true.
Mm. And no.
I'll see if you remember that story and if you want to tell it tomorrow, because that one made me laugh.
Mm.
Maybe he doesn't want to incriminate himself.
That could be it too.
Bringing up stuff
Maybe you don't want to incriminate yourself.
That was a you story, and you over here bringing it up in front of everybody. What's wrong with you? Act like you've been somewhere, Dan.
Well.
I can see why y'all used to fight, because he used to do stuff like that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. He's my boy, though. He's all right with me. And
that's what matters.
Yeah. Him and one more kind of looks, but the other one don't live here anymore. But he'd be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
They didn't kind of look out for me. So, Mary keeps me in touch with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
More than mother. So,
yeah, a lot of the kids that Joe taught and mentored come back and check on him on a regular basis.
Well, that you were at my 90th birthday party, right?
I was. That's how I learned some stories that you never told me.
Telling you this story. I had a 90th birthday party. About 220 people were there.
Wow.
Everybody was there but me. I was in the hospital.
Oh no.
But they had a good time eating up my food. and meeting each other and meeting my family and stuff. You know, they had a good time. So it was not, but I decided that I'll never have another big birthday party again.
Because you didn't show up, but you still got stuck with the check.
Hmm?
I said you didn't show up, but you still got stuck with the check.
Yeah. I got stuck with the check.
Did they at least bring you a plate?
Oh yeah, my cousin brought me a plate. A lot of the people, not a lot of them, few people stopped by my house because I got out the same day the party was, but I couldn't come to the party because my thing is, okay, we can talk. Shoot. I had got stopped up bowel movement, and the doctors took 2 or 3 days trying to loosen me up and whatever. Finally, I got loosened up on the day that the birthday party is going. But the time I think about going to the bathroom, it's too late. Okay. So the nurses have to clean me up and this and that. But I come in the afternoon and I'm so afraid that if I come out to that party, that would happen to me.
Yeah.
And so I stayed at home. And good thing I did stay at home because...
So you asked what being 94 is like. Apparently, this is what it's like. Listen, I'm here for it. I'm here for the stories. I'm here, and I get it. Listen, been there. You got to make that game time decision. It's like, do I want to risk leaving the house? No, I'm going to stay as close to home as possible.
Yep.
I'll catch the next one.
Yeah, I had to stay close, but. Yeah, they did all right.
Yeah, it was a big party, Joe. We had DJ and everything, all that you paid for.
Let me see. Who was the DJ?
I don't know. I don't remember now. Because, see, Carol said you were in the hospital, but she didn't say why, so a lot of people were concerned. So we weren't tripping about a DJ or, everything like that. Turns out you just had a boo-boo.
Man, I couldn't boo-boo. Oh my God, no, I couldn't. They tried everything in the world to try to break me loose.
Gotta eat your fiber, Joe. So gotta eat your fiber.
Oh, well, whatever.
Less catfish and okra.
I gotta have that.
That's what we're bringing Joe tomorrow for before airtime, so he can have his favorite meal. So, Hey, Zena. So Zena's in the comments. I don't know if you noticed, Joe. This is why we're doing a trial run, so tomorrow you can see how this works. But Zena, Candace's sister. Do you remember Zena? Zena Knox? Do you remember Zena?
Which one?
Okay, so Candace.
I know Candace.
Her younger sister.
Yeah.
That's her right there. She just said it's good to see Mr. McClain. She's watching the show. You see it on the screen?
Here? No,
look at the words.
The words?
Yeah, right below Maya.
Oh, okay.
That's a message from Zena. She's watching and she sent you a message.
What did she say? I don't see it.
Here, let me show you. It's right there.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to pay attention to that tomorrow, but I just wanted you to know how everything works.
Well, I'll be damned.
Oh, she sent another message. She says she's the bad little one that got dragged to practices.
Yeah,
you remember her being bad? I don't remember her being bad.
Not even.
See, he's not going to say it on the air.
It was Candy's sister, right?
Yeah.
And I guess her mother might have been dragging her too. Remember, her mother always came.
Oh, yeah.
And mother was a trumpet player too. Yeah. And when I heard Candace sing, I got mad.
I know. I got mad too, Joe.
Oh, I got mad.
We all got mad.
That girl could shout. And all she did was play the flute.
So for those who are watching, there was a girl that was part of the core members of the Arts Prevention Program, but she played the flute, and we didn't know that she also sang. So we just, she played the flute, and we would have, James Brown songs plus the flute. And we needed singers, and nobody told us that she could sing. And then we found out as an adults when she's now leading worship at her church.
Yeah, I went to church, and I said, no, I didn't believe it. I'm hearing this voice coming at me, and it's such a great voice. And boy, we could have used her.
Everybody was mad about that, Joe. And the younger one sings now too. You remember the youngest one, Zenobia? We used to call her Mookie.
Yeah.
She sings now too.
Oh, great. She in church?
I don't think so. I think she wants to be an R&B singer. Oh, I don't remember this story. I don't remember that, Joe. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
My dad probably would have remembered that if he was there. I'm trying to think who drove the van, either him or Nelson.
Mm-hmm. And Ricky. Is Ricky coming here tomorrow?
Not that I know of. Maybe he'll surprise us.
Okay.
It'd be good to see him. Ricky's harder to track down than Fred. So, like I said, so tomorrow, I figure, we'll just let you tell your stories. But at the end, if we have time for questions, we can take questions from people and they can ask them that way. They can send them in.
Okay.
So I've been putting, you don't have to always stop and read them, but they're there. Like here, I'll put some other ones up on the screen. Here's my wife. You know my wife, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's got her picture there. Zena didn't have her picture there, but some people have their picture.
Okay.
Here's Brandy complimenting you on your stories. You don't know Brandy, but she watches our show regularly.
She's in Canada. You think it's something that I'm in Texas? Brandy's in Canada.
That's true.
Yeah.
The girl that sent that comment is in Canada.
Now remember the girl that used to sing the classical music with us?
I don't. You keep talking about her, but I don't know.
She's in Canada, teaching.
And Brandy's a teacher in Canada.
It could be the same person. Who knows?
I know.
I'm going to be covered in cat hair now. I'm going to try to wear a different color tomorrow, so if I get covered in cat hair, it's not as noticeable as black.
You spoil that cat.
He's good. He deserves a little.
And he's going to be bothering you tomorrow when you're trying to work.
He is. It'll be okay.
Okay. It's you and the cat.
He's aggressively petting that cat there. He's aggressively petting your cat.
Yeah, I know. You do it all the time. No.
Trick is to know where the spots are that they like. Okay, Joe. You got any questions for Maya before we end the trial?
No, it's nice meeting you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and I wish
forward to tomorrow.
Okay, I wish I will see you again sometime.
Anytime. I will make myself available. Whenever you want to connect, you let me know. I will drop everything.
No, thank you.
Maya, you have anything for Joe that is not for tomorrow?
Happy birthday again. It's been a pleasure. I'm already inspired, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about your wisdom in your life tomorrow. So I'm excited. And thank you. Thank you for making Dan come over and turn on the computer so that we can all learn from him.
Yeah, all right. I didn't do that.
Twizzle, you want to say anything?
No, Twizzle ain't saying nothing.
All the talking he was doing when I was ignoring him.
Yeah.
Now he's
Now he's quiet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So anybody who's watching, please invite people tomorrow. There's a Facebook event. You can go and invite people, and you can just simply share the broadcast once it's up. But spread the word. We're going to have a lot of stories from Joe tomorrow. What you trying to say, Joe? What you trying to say?
I ain't trying to say nothing. I'm saying you really put me out front there.
That's the whole point of this.
Oh, yeah?
And I'll tell you what else, Joe. We wouldn't have to do this if you would have finished your autobiography.
Well, it's half finished in there.
See. Are you working on it?
I'm not working on it.
Carol's working on it?
Carol and Judy. They trying to get me to help them.
See. And my thing about it is, if I thought there was a, more likely than not chance you were going to finish it, Joe don't want to finish that book.
Well, it's half done.
Look at all this cat hair.
Yeah, I see. It's your fault.
I take the blame. Well, he gets some of the blame. He's not blameless in this.
See, if I were there, I wouldn't be able to breathe.
You're allergic?
Oh, you have allergic to cats?
Uh-huh.
One of the young ladies who take care of me here, she was allergic to them too. But he have learned to run and hide when she come in to give me my medication and stuff. And
he's no dummy. He knows what happens if he stays. It's not good for him either.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to talk to Zena about this story because I don't remember that.
Which one?
Where she apparently hit Ricky with a baseball.
I don't remember that either.
You must not have been driving the van.
No, I never drove the van.
It had to be either my dad or Nelson.
And Nelson left me with a $400 bill. With the van.
Well, we're not going to talk about that right now. Yeah, I said we don't need to get into that right now.
Makes me mad every time
I know
you mention his name.
See, I couldn't bring him up around my dad either. I never figured out what happened, but so
well,
you just salt and wounds tonight, Dan. What's wrong with you?
What do you say?
Joe, the one that brought up.
I said he keeps pouring salt and wounds tonight.
Oh, yeah, that person. Yeah, he conned all of us, and I really think one of the things mostly is my sick friend who died took his telephone out west and did about $600 worth of long distance calls on it. Yeah. And that boy was something else. I just Rick and them liked him. They really liked him.
He was a good father figure for all of us because
he was. God, I don't know.
I didn't know about any of his problems until.
Did you know about him stealing Rick's guitar, the guitar bought
Nope, they
and
kept that from us.
and pawned it. And Mary had to go and get it out of the pawn shop before. So no, Dan, not Ricky, but Fred had to go get it out of the pawn shop before he had a concert to do.
Yeah, I didn't find out about that until later. But yeah, he was a good father figure for us because we didn't know about any of the bad stuff, and he was very, he cared in his way. Like I said, him and my dad were very close until they weren't. Which
His dad found out the truth.
Yeah.
And it's I found out the truth from his brother, the doctor. And when your family disown you, boy, you're in trouble.
Let's yeah, we don't need to dwell too much on that tomorrow. A lot of
I'm not going to talk about it tomorrow at all. It's
yeah, because there have been some hiccups along the way with him and Michi, and
Did you know Michi's dead?
Yeah, you told me.
Okay.
So let's try to end on a more positive note than Michi's dead. What you got, Maya?
That tomorrow's a new day, and everybody, join at 7:00 Central Standard Time here on MUSiPOLiTiX, be it Facebook Live, YouTube. Where else are you plugging this, dear?
I mean, it goes to all the podcasting places after, but I don't even know what half of them are called. Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, but none of that's live anyway.
It will be here on YouTube and Facebook, and Mr. McClain will be back with more stories, and Dan will try not to bring up stuff he ain't supposed to.
I didn't bring it up. No one brought it up.
Now you blame me, see?
We'll be celebrating Juneteenth, and the one, the only Michael.
When is Juneteenth now?
When is it?
What date?
It's Saturday the 19th this year.
The 19th?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it always falls on, what is it, the third Saturday?
No, it's the 19th.
Oh, it's always the 19th?
It's
okay.
Amalgamation of June 19th, Juneteenth.
Okay. For some reason, I thought it had something to do with, it had to fall on a certain day, but I guess I'm mixing it up with something else.
Thanksgiving.
Those are very different.
It is Flag Day, though, if anybody cares. It's Flag Day.
Flag Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't particularly care about Flag Day. Do you, Joe?
I ain't got nothing to say about it.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I'm still here, and I probably will be at 8:30, then Joe and I will watch Monday Moment with Maya. Maya has a very brief show that she does on Mondays at 8:30.
At night?
Yep.
Tonight?
Yep.
I'm going to watch your show. You better, you can get it on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it means you're going to have to miss Rachel Maddow.
Huh?
It means you'll have to miss Rachel Maddow.
Well, I can miss Rachel for once in a while.
Wow, Maya, you're really
my
special.
Heart, I know.
Joe loves Rachel Maddow.
My heart is pounding out my chest. Thank you so much, Mr. McClain.
I want to hear. I'll listen to you.
I appreciate it. And hopefully whatever I got to say will make sense.
Okay.
So everybody, hang out with us later tonight, Monday Moment with Maya, 8:30s. 8:30s? Why did I just put an S on that? I think I'm just being thrown off by the echo, and I'm adding weird letters towards. So Monday Moment with Maya will be 8:30 on Instagram, Facebook, Is it on YouTube?
No, not till later. Like you and
Okay.
your podcasting, not until later.
Anytime you want to use StreamYard, let me know. We're barely using it right now since we're not doing every week.
Gotcha.
And then tomorrow night, the official Joe McClain episode of MUSiPOLiTiX. So everybody, thanks for watching. Maya, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Joe, we're very excited to hear what you have to share with us tomorrow. And I'm about to end the broadcast. So good night.
Nice.